Welcome back to 70 times 7, the platform where we explore the dynamics of forgiveness. We have discovered that indeed forgiveness affects our health. Yes, we've also discovered that according to some research that was done, 75% of psychiatric patients can be discharged if they were only taught to forgive. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
In fact, there was a study of 55 girls who were harboring hostility and what is this, resentment and bitterness, and they had a control group of another 55 girls. You know, once these 55 girls learned how to forgive, you know what happened? Their self-esteem were boosted up. So it affects the whole attitude of the person.
So are you saying that our young people who are very much prone to harboring, I don't want to generalize here, but as a person who works with young people, I meet young people who say, you know, so-and-so has made me angry and I'm not going to talk to them. Are you saying that as young people, that can really help them to conquer the negative effects of low self-esteem, because that is always a problem with young people?
Definitely. Definitely. You don't know that there's a hidden something that they have kept for years.
Wow.
So it's time to let it go and forgive. I ask the Lord to forgive you and forgive that someone who hurt you. And it's not necessary that you have to be always beside that person that you...
No.
But in your heart you have forgiven
Just to
this
forgive
person.
them gives you that freedom.
Freedom.
So it's like you are free.
You have released your captor, because it's like you are in the box of that person. You are under the power of that person. But some of these young people would say, if he does the first move, then I'll do the second move.
Yeah.
You see, that's getting even. That is not unconditional love. That is what we call control.
Yeah.
So unconditional, forgiveness is like releasing your unconditional love to that person.
In fact, I believe that if you do not forgive somebody who has hurt you, and genuinely so, they have hurt you, you have actually made that person your master.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, Busi, there were times, let me be honest, there were many times. I'm talking to someone, I would begin to breathe heavier. My heart begins to pump faster. My face, my fingers begin to shake like this.
And your wife stays away.
I have so much of energy inside of me.
And you slam the table.
Yeah, you know, I can just hit the table like that. Or I feel like, you know, I can just punch them sometimes. And sometimes the only thing that keeps me back is the realization that I just stepped from the pulpit a few days ago.
And you are the
and I'm the pastor. Right? Now.
But you could just call that holy indignation.
You see, I told you we are good friends. Now, June, now I personally know that, you know, when you are angry because it's difficult to forgive, something happens to you, you know. Your heart races. I can't even eat properly. Not let alone eat.
That's true.
I can't even sleep properly.
Then not forgiving somebody is a torture. If you can't even eat.
It's actually killing yourself slowly.
You have filled up your cup to the limit. A slight irritant, you kick your dog,
Now I'm still interested to see. I'm still interested to see what you're gonna do with that water.
This water?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
share it with us.
Yeah, sure. But this is an illustration that if you carry with you in church full of resentment and bitterness, it affects even your new friends, even the relationship within your home, relationship in the working place, and even the concentration of your work would be affected.
Sure.
Everything, and your emotion, you become very sensitive to a slight irritant.
Actually, an unforgiving spirit is, if we cut it to the bone, an unforgiving spirit is poisonous. Is just plain poisonous for our soul. You know, when you consider all the reactions, I've heard of people having allergy reactions when they are upset and when they see the person, you know, who has hurt them because they've not forgiven them. When they see them, something happens within them. You see patches on their body. Or
exactly.
It's amazing.
There was a lady that when she gets so mad, she tremors like as though she's got Parkinson's disease.
Wow.
So it could mimic some other disease.
Wow.
So it's really not good to harbor any grudges within you.
Now, does the Bible say anything about this, about health, and is God interested in our health?
You know that text in Proverbs 17:22 that says, "A merry heart doeth good like a medicine,
That's a powerful text.
and a broken spirit drieth up the bones." Because when your spirit is broken, I mean, it's like you are finished. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to interact with anybody. You don't want to eat, as what you've said. You just want to punch them.
Don't pick on me now, Jim. No, I forgive you. I forgive you. So actually we are saying that because of the negative effects of an unforgiving spirit, for the sake of our own health, we should forgive.
Definitely.
Because when we forgive, our attitude improves. Of course, our wives benefit from our good attitude. Our children benefit.
The dog that you normally kick.
The dog has a painless experience. But everyone that surrounds us benefit when we have a forgiving spirit.
That's true.
Right? And of course, if you're married and you are happy and free and you treat your wife right, there's added benefits, when the lights go out.
Just hold it there.
The benefits just escalate and escalate when you have a forgiving spirit.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm amazed at the tremendous impact a forgiving spirit has on your heart. You know that I mentioned these experiences of mine. I have personally experienced that when I go on my knees and I say, "Lord, forgive me," and also, "Lord, help me to forgive that person." Well, there's been so many times, June, I got up from my knees. I got up a new person. It's amazing.
You mentioned something that is critical. I think as a Christian, when I have done this and it works, and I must be honest, it's not inherent in me. I had to pray about this. But when I've noticed that when I pray for my enemy or pray for people who don't like me, it is therapeutic to me. You can even feel you calm you down.
That's exactly. So, June, if I have to summarize, if you ever want to visit the pharmacy less, visit the drugstores less.
Although we'll put many doctors out of business.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's all right. They're already making a lot of money. If you ever want to spend less, and if you want to stretch your budget a little more, the problem is not that you earn less. The problem is not that the pharmacy is too far away from you. Use a God-given instruction as a natural remedy for your own health. Learn to forgive. It will improve your health 100-fold. Thank you, June, for sharing that with us. Thank you, Busi. Stay with us when we come back on another day to discuss something else regarding forgiveness.